Glory to God the Father and Son Yeshua Mashiach. Joshua chapter 15. Boundaries of the remnant of Judah. The territory chosen by Lot for the tribe of the descendants of Yehudah according to their families extended to the border of Edom in the Zin desert, toward the Negev in the far south. Their southern border began at the far shore of the Dead Sea, from the bay facing southward, and went out south of the Scorpion Ascent, passed toward Zin, went up south of Kadesh-Barnea, passed Hetzron, went up toward Adar, turned toward Karka, passed toward Atzmon, and went out at the Valley of Egypt, with the border ending at the sea. This will be your southern border. The eastern border was the Dead Sea to where the Yarden entered it. The northern border began at the Bay of the Sea at the end of the Yarden. Then the border went up to Beit Hogla and passed north of Beit Arava. Next the border went up to the stone of Boan the son of Reuben. Then the border went up to Devere from the Achor Valley, then northward facing Gilgal, that is, across from Mali Adamim, which is on the south side of the Vadi. Next the border passed to the Ein Shemesh spring and went out at Ein Rogel. Then the border went up the Ben Hinnom Valley to the south side of the Yevuzi, that is, Yerushalayim, and the border continued up to the top of the hill in front of the Hinnom Valley on the west, which is also at the northernmost end of the Rephaim Valley. From this hilltop the border was drawn to the source of the Nephtok spring and continued out to the cities of Mount Ephron. Next the border was drawn to Baalah, that is, Kiryat-Arba. Then the border turned from Baal westward to Mount Seir, past the spur of Mount Yarim, also called Kezalon, on the north, went down to Beit Shemesh and past Timnah. Next the border went out toward the side of Ekron northward, and finally, the border was drawn to Shakron, past Mount Baalah, and went out at Yavnel, with the border ending at the sea. As for the west border, the Great Sea was its border. These were the borders of the territory of the descendants of Yehudah by clans. To Kalev the son of Yefuneh he gave a portion with the descendants of Yehudah, as Adonai had ordered Yehoshua, namely, Kiryat-Arba. Arba was the father of the Anak, also called Hebron. Kalev expelled from there 3 descendants of Anak, Sheshai, Achaman and Talmai, children of Anak. From there he went up to fight the inhabitants of Devere. Devere was formerly called Kiryat Sefer. Kalev said, "To whoever overpowers Kiryat Sefer and captures it I will give my daughter Aksa as his wife." Otniel the son of Kenaz, Kalev's brother, captured it, so he gave him Aksa his daughter as his wife. After becoming his wife, she persuaded him to ask her father to give them a field. When she got off her donkey, Kalev asked her, "What do you want?" She said to him, "Give me a blessing. Since you gave me land in the Negev, also give me sources of water." So Kalev gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Yehudah, by clans. The cities at the outer part of the tribe of Yehudah toward the border with Edom in the south were Kavtze'el, Eder, Yegor, Kinnah, Dimonah, Adada, Kedesh, Hatzah, Yinon, Ziph, Telem, Bealot, Hatzah, Hadattah, Kiryat, Hetzron, which is Hatzah, Ammon, Shamar, Melada, Hatzar Gadar, Heshmon, Beit Pelet, Hatzar Shual, Beersheva, Biziat Yar, Baalah, Ayim, Etzim, El Tolad, Kazel, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmannah, Sanzanah, Levau, Shilchim, Ain and Rimmon, 29 cities in all, together with their villages. In the Shephelah, Eshtaol, Zor, Ashna, Zanoach, Ein Ganim, Tapuach, Anam, Yarmut, Adullam, Soko, Azekah, Sharam, Adatime, Gedera and Gederatime, 14 cities, together with their villages. Sanan, Hadashah, Migdal Gad, Dilan, Mitzpah, Yoktel, Lachish, Boshgat, Eglon, Kabon, Lakmaz, Kitlish, Gedero, Beit Dagon, Nama and Makkedah, 16 cities, together with their villages. Livna, Aya, Ashan, Yiftik, Ashna, Intziv, Kala, Akziv and Marashah, 9 cities, together with their villages. Ekron, with its towns and villages. From Ekron to the sea, all those near Ashdod, with their villages. Ashdod, with its towns and villages. Azza, with its towns and villages, to the Vadi of Egypt, with the great sea as its border. In the hills, Shamir, Yatir, Soko, Dana, Kiryat-Sana, that is, Devir, Anav, Eshtmo, Anam, Goshen, Holon and Gilo, 11 cities, together with their villages. Arav, Duma, Eshan, Yanam, Beit Tapuach, Aphekah, Humta, Kiryat-Arba, that is, Hebron, and Seor, 9 cities, together with their villages. Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Utah, Yisrael, Yokdeam, Zanoach, Cain, Giv and Timnah, 10 cities, together with their villages. Halchel, Beit Zur, Gedor, Marat, Beit Anot, Eltekon, 6 cities, together with their villages. Kiryat-Baal, that is, Kiryat-Yarim, and Rabbah, 2 cities, together with their villages. In the desert, Beit Arava, Middin, Skaka, Nivshan, Ir Hamelach and Ein Gedi, 6 cities, together with their villages. As for the Yevuzi, who lived in Yerushalayim, the descendants of Yehuda could not drive him out, so the Yevuzi live with the descendants of Yehuda in Yerushalayim to this day.